Hello, I am Mother Creepypasta, and welcome to episode 5 of After the Trial. Here, I will be telling you about horror stories come to life, about the people who were involved, and where they are now, after the trial. In this episode, we will learn about Christopher Scarver, a man most famous not by why he ended up in prison, but by what transpired there. Christopher Scarver was born July 6, 1969, and was the second of 5 boys. He was raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he attended James Madison High School before dropping out in the 11th grade. As time went by, Scarver began abusing alcohol, and his mother eventually kicked him out of the house. This led him to apply to and attend the Wisconsin Conservation Corps in their job program as a trainee carpenter. Things were beginning to look up for Scarver as a supervisor, Edward Patz, had promised young Scarver a full-time position upon completion of the program. However, Edward was eventually dismissed, and as a result, the full-time position never came to be. This seems to be the main factor in what transpired next. Without a full-time job to fall back on, Scarver needed money and desperately. On June 1st, 1990, Scarver went to the Wisconsin Conservation Corps training program office and found Steve Lohman, the supervisor who replaced Edward Patz, and demanded money from him by gunpoint. When Lohman only gave him $15, Scarver shot him in the head, then turned to the site manager John Fain and demanded money from him, and according to authorities said, "Do you think I'm kidding, Mr. Hitler? I need more money." Scarver shot Lohman 2 more times before Fain wrote Scarver a check for $3,000 and was allowed to escape. Scarver was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. In 1992, he was sent to the Columbia Correctional Institute in Portage, Wisconsin to serve his sentence. While imprisoned, Scarver began having symptoms related to the Messiah complex, having messianic delusions, and was soon diagnosed with schizophrenia. 2 years later, on November 28, 1994, Scarver was assigned to work with 2 other inmates in the gymnasium on cleaning duty. The correctional officers left the 3 unsupervised, something Scarver would later claim was intentional. Scarver had a problem with one of the 2 inmates, and many knew it. And when the correctional officers left, Scarver took a metal bar from the exercise equipment and used it to attack the other 2 inmates. Scarver returned to his cell early, rousing suspicions from guards, and was asked why he wasn't working at the same time the 2 inmates were discovered. Jesse Anderson, a fellow convicted murderer for killing his wife, died 2 days later from his wounds, but notable convicted killer and known cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer died the same day from Scarver's attack. Scarver would go on to explain that he believed that Dahmer was unrepentant for his crimes, that he would often fashion his food to look like limbs and organs and cover them in ketchup to taunt other inmates. Scarver never had any contact with Dahmer before the altercation that resulted in his death, but he had kept a news clipping of an article about Dahmer's murders that he presented and questioned Dahmer about before killing him. In 2015, Scarver would go on to say in an interview that he believed the correctional officers had left them alone unshackled on purpose. Dahmer was known to get into altercations with prisoners and prison staff, and many hated him, and Scarver recalled the officers completely left as he picked up the metal bar to attack Dahmer with. Scarver was transferred to Centennial Correctional Facility in Colorado in 2005 after he brought a civil rights suit against the officials of the Wisconsin Secure Program facility. He argued he was treated to cruel and unusual punishment by being put in solitary confinement for 16 months after the killing of Jeffrey Dahmer. He lost both the suit and the appeal, but a federal judge by the name of Barbara Crabb ordered him and several other severely ill inmates be moved from the prison. He remains in the Colorado Correctional Facility because of this, serving his now 3 life sentences. Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I know I haven't uploaded since Halloween. I'll be making an update video, explaining where I've been since Halloween and changes that I'm planning on making this year to the channel. So keep an eye out for that. If you have any suggestions for another episode of After the Trial, leave a comment down below.